one of the reasons why I didn't want to wear too much makeup, because I remember in the past men saying to me that they'd go out on a night out, hook up with a girl, and in the morning they'd be like horrified they slept with her, which is awful that they've said that, but because the amount of makeup she wore. So there was a fear inside of me that I would look like a troll in the morning if I wore. I didn't want to I wanted to manage their expectations.
Isn't that mad?
My Mother Said I Shouldn't, with Sarah and Michaela. Hello, welcome back to another episode of My Mother Said I Shouldn't.
Hi.
Your host is Sarah.
Hello. Again.
Qualified health coach, and Michaela, a certified life coach. And we are sponsored by Coaching Heroes and RO Pictures. Cal O'Connell is the producer. He is in the background today filming us. You might hear his voice occasionally come in with his opinion, which we welcome wholeheartedly.
We do. Thank you, Cal.
So today is Sarah's turn.
It is. Well, this is actually from one of the listeners, which is
Fab.
Exciting. Okay, so my mother said I shouldn't wear too much makeup.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that to me?
So much makeup.
I wear so much makeup.
No, as in yeah, my mum has said that. She said that. You know what, though? She says that I shouldn't wear too much makeup. And then when I'm doing my coaching videos on Instagram, say if I'm doing a video about a certain area, she'll say to me, you looked a bit rough on that video. You looked a bit tired.
Tired.
Are you okay, Michaela? You look a little bit tired on your videos. I went, Mum, I'm not wearing no makeup. Yeah, are you sleeping all right? I went, Mum, there's just no makeup on that. I think you're not sleeping very well. No, Mum, I'm just not wearing makeup on the video. And then I'll put a video up where I've put makeup on because she's made me feel really insecure. Evil woman. And then she goes, oh, you look so much better, Michaela. You look so much better. You look refreshed. You look really refreshed. Are you eating better? What are you doing? Are you feeling happier? You feeling happier? No, Mum. Put makeup on.
It's the concealer.
It's the concealer under the eyes. So, and then she tells me when I put loads of makeup on a night out, you don't need it. You don't need it. You shouldn't be wearing all that.
But you don't really put that much makeup on. Like you don't put loads of makeup on for a night out.
I can't put it on my skin because my skin reacts and I get spots. So I don't wear a foundation or anything like that. But if I don't put it under my eyes or put some lip colour on my lips, my mum thinks I look tired.
See, I hated that. Like when you go out and about and people say, "Oh, you look tired. You're all right. You don't look well." I think I've just not put concealer on. I don't look well. No, just not put concealer on under my eyes. Literally, just that's all. I'm happy with concealer under my eyes. A wee bit of mascara. Right, I'll look.
Because I've got very light eyelashes.
You do.
So the mascara helps. But yeah, parents. My mother definitely says that I shouldn't be putting too much makeup on and I should be natural. Should be more natural. And as I've got older, I've definitely leaned into that. I really don't wear a lot of makeup now. But there is this pressure to always look great, especially when you are coming onto social media. And my mum compares me with my friends. She'll be like, well, they look great. And I'll be like, I'm not them, mother. And I don't know how much makeup they've got on or whatever. And then there's filters as well, right? So everyone looks the best version of themselves because they might have a filter on or they might have that FaceTune.
A FaceTune?
FaceTune. One of my friends does FaceTune. FaceTune is this app where you can clear your skin. You can give yourself a better jaw. You can slim your face. You can even pump your hair. I did actually like that feature, I'm not going to lie. Used it for that feature. So my pal told me about this. She says she just does it very subtly, and I was like, you shouldn't be doing that. No, you're beautiful as you are, because she's absolutely gorgeous. Don't do it. And then I pumped up my hair and it did look really good. I've not used it since, but I did pump up my hair on one picture and I was like, oh my God. But then I could see why people would want to continue using it.
What does it like if you're like, I don't know, squinting because you're the sun? Does it help your eyes open? Like, can you make your eyes look wider and stuff? Like for the sun, if you're like closing them for the sun.
I think it can make your eyes look bigger. I don't know. I didn't go through all the features. Me and Tom were having a play about in bed with some pictures and we made ourselves look really awful on it. It was so funny. We were howling. It was really funny.
Do you know, I can get that on a really bad, if you're like, oh my goodness, I love the background. I really want myself, like maybe someone's really irritating me about that, like what I'm doing in that picture. Cool. But does that not make it a little bit unrealistic for a lot of other people.
It's not you. And you're like pretending to be something that you're not. And then that'll affect your self-esteem. You know what's just come up for me?
What?
Catfish on dating apps. When people make themselves look different. And I bet you people are FaceTuning their faces on Bumble, Hinge, whatever now, aren't they?
But then isn't that a wee bit awkward when you meet them? Because obviously you're going to look how you look. So if you've adjusted your face and then you meet them and they're like, well, you don't look like your picture. Is that not a bit awkward?
Yeah. I think it would be really awkward. But what's come up for me there is that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to wear too much makeup, because I remember in the past men saying to me that they'd go out on a night out, hook up with a girl, and in the morning they'd be like horrified they slept with her, which is awful that they've said that, but because the amount of makeup she wore. So there was a fear inside of me that I would look like a troll in the morning if I wore. I didn't want to I wanted to manage their expectations.
Isn't that mad?
It's awful.
Isn't that crazy? Because every woman is beautiful in themselves. Everybody brings their own thing. Like they are their own person, and that's what makes us all. That's what makes the world so awesome, right? Like everybody just looks different. Everybody has their, everyone's unique. So it's sad that you feel like, because a lot of makeup, we find a lot of people kind of start not looking the same, because you still look a bit different with makeup. But obviously you've got all your. I'm terrible at makeup. I really don't do it often, but all your sculpting and stuff, and it's like, well, where's the, as you're saying, the person behind it?
It's incredible what they can do.
The person behind it?
Gosh, the sculpting thing.
Because I suppose you can't with that, with someone having so much makeup on that it makes them look different from when they have their makeup off. Because you see loads of people that are using all these things. I'm terrible with it, but sculpting and stuff and transforming their face and their cheekbones and stuff.
It's quite a skill, actually.
It is a major skill. It's incredible.
Contouring.
But contouring, yeah. But
I watched a girl on a train do her makeup, and I was fascinated because it's like painting, isn't it? And it was relaxing me, and I shouldn't have really been staring at her because it was probably a little bit rude. But I kept side eye watching her, and she did a really good job. And you know what? It did actually just bring out those features that were really beautiful about her. So it is a very, very complicated one. I think with makeup, if you want to wear makeup, you should be able to do what you want to do. But if you don't want to, you should also be able to do that. But there is this pressure to look a certain way, and that is the issue.
And when you don't, because people then say that, oh yeah, you look a bit, like you're saying, aged or whatever, and things that people have put onto social media. Oh yeah, she's looking a bit older. It's like, well, maybe I just don't have the makeup on, and maybe I've not, I know some people just completely age naturally and don't do anything. And then it makes you, compare. And then you think, okay, well, I shouldn't be aging like this then. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Cool, I'll go and do other things. And then you get said, oh, well, you're putting too much makeup on, or you're doing too much to your face. So where's the balance? Where's the middle ground?
And doing too much to your face.
Yeah.
So makeup, tattooed eyebrows, tattooed lipstick, and then you've got filler, and you've got everything else. And there's such a stigma around all of that at the minute.
And I think as long as you're doing it for yourself, though, I think as long as women are doing it for them, they're like, oh, do you know what I love my lips to have the lip tattoo, and I want my eyebrows, I love my eyebrows that big, but as long as you're also still feeling confident in yourself to, if you can't put makeup on that day, to go out the door without your makeup, then fine. I suppose my thing is I never wanted to get to a stage when I didn't want to walk out the door without makeup on. And when I was younger, oh my goodness, I got to a stage I didn't want to walk out the door without my under eye and my eyelashes done, because people always said I looked tired or ill. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I'd get compliments when I put my makeup on. So it made me, I didn't want to walk out the door without that makeup on. And now I'm at an age, I got to a space in myself that I was like, absolutely no chance. I will walk out that door without mascara and without under eye, because that is me. That's me natural. And when I put makeup on, and I feel, that makes me feel nice as well. I love it. I feel like my face looks lovely and fresh, but I don't want to lose that confidence to walk out the door without it on. And I think that's the important thing. It's making sure, if you do put your makeup on, yes, there's beautiful stuff you can do. And as you're saying, it's incredible what people can do. And it is an art. It is a skill. But making sure that you're still confident to walk out without the makeup on your face, and not to feel that you're being judged for not having that makeup on. And actually she looks a bit rough. She doesn't look as good as what she normally does. Who cares? Cool, thanks.
When I was younger, and I was sleeping over at a guy's house, to begin with, I wouldn't take my makeup off before bed. And in the morning, I'd run to the toilet and make sure that I didn't have a blemish or I didn't have anything, and I would cover it up. How bad is that?
I mean, I actually know of a person that is married and still does that.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that would be exhausting now.
But that's...
How do you go to a spa? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's where my head goes. Like,
I mean, you don't duck your hair into water, though, do you?
Oh, man.
Waterproof mascara.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that I don't feel that way now, but I definitely know that back then it was an insecurity. And you know what prompted it? I put mascara on for the first time, and a guy in my class told me that my eyes looked better. And I never forgot that. And that stopped me from taking my mascara off. Because I had really light eyelashes.
It is sad, and I think with my nieces and stuff, I'm very aware, and I'm with your nieces as well. Like, it's like you wouldn't want them, like, they're experimenting with their makeup and they love it, and it's, you know, it's fun. But again, it's like, well, where's the line of making sure that you still feel confident in yourself, you know, and you just don't think you always have to put that makeup on. Like, when it gets to now, this person is married and she always keeps her makeup on while she sleeps. Well, she takes it off. I think I don't really know how it all works, but she always makes sure that she's got that makeup on for when her husband sees her.
My skin would break out. Like, wearing that, I can't wear foundation because my skin would just break out. And that is the problem, that you end up in this cycle, don't you? And I notice it when I'm filming, because they force makeup on you, don't they? Like, you've got to have the makeup on. And I'll be like, I remember actually one job I was on, that was a job for Hollyoaks. The makeup artist said, no, you don't need no foundation on, you've got great skin. And she didn't actually put much on me, which was amazing. But I've been on other jobs when they're like, no, you need a base, you need a base, you need a base. And then my skin might erupt, and then you're in this cycle then, aren't you? And I think a lot of young people feel that, especially when you're like 14, 15, this social media culture, this comparison culture, and there's so many products out there now. So you cover it up, and then you become addicted to covering it up because you're masking the problems that the makeup is causing in the first place, and you're in this cycle of that.
Which happens, like, especially in like puberty and like teenage age. I mean, you're saying the girls that are covering it up, and it is making it worse. And then obviously the stuff that's in the products in the first place that you're putting on your skin, you know. So you're right. It's creating people that are more dependent on the makeup now, and with what the makeup's actually doing. I'm the same. I can't wear foundation. It will clog my skin up. I also feel suffocated by it. I don't know there's a thing. I'm like, feel stuck on my face. But you know, when someone does my makeup and I get it done, and I'm like, oh, this is lovely. But then 5 minutes later, I'm like, I need to wash my face.
Well, this is one thing I've struggled with the wedding. I was looking for someone who did more of a natural makeup, and I was really struggling to find, like, where I looked at the pictures and it was, you know, very, very natural. There was only a couple of people that I found, and they were booked up. Everyone else, it looked like they had like really thick foundation on. And it's like, what is the need? What is the need to mask my freckles? That was one thing that when I was younger I used to do. Mask my freckles because I didn't like my freckles.
Really?
Yeah, hated my freckles. Because I got bullied so much for being ginger at school. So it would be like trying to mask however I could. You know, I was quite lucky in the sense that my mum was like, you're not dyeing your hair. And she was very like, passionate about me not dyeing my hair. So luckily I had that, because I remember there was a girl at school who dyed her hair really, really dark, and she was ginger. And those roots that came through did not look great. I would have gone that way if my mum would have let me. But she did not let me. But there is a pressure to be perfect, and I think makeup can contribute to that. And what is too much makeup anyway? To who?
Well, exactly. What is too much makeup? I love that. That is the question to ask. Why are we feeling like that's too much? You shouldn't be. I think my thing is going back to the comparison, because I'll go on social media and I'll look at people and I think, oh my goodness, you look amazing. Like, they look amazing. Their skin looks amazing. I'll be out and about and like, oh, their skin looks amazing. And you think, oh, well, what are they up? What are they doing? And it, you know, when they're putting the stuff on their face, and you think, oh, well, I feel a little. You do feel a little bit. Oh,
it's
God,
like this right now. Would we come on the podcast with no makeup on? I've got makeup on right now. I've just topped it up. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I might not wear much, but I wear the amount that's right for me. And would I come on this podcast? Would I want to? I would do it if people were like, yeah, let's do it. Then I would do it. Would I want to? Would I? Bugger. Absolutely not. No, I do not want you to see me when I wake up in the morning. And then it's, well, okay, so makeup's one thing. What about hair? What about clothes? There's loads of different things that we do to make ourselves look more desirable, more accepted, more beautiful, So it's kind of like, where is this judgment coming from? And how much judgment do we put on ourselves?
Yeah. And I suppose how much does, I know I keep going back to it, I suppose it's because it's comparison and what a lot of people are comparing themselves to, but the beauty standards, it just seems to be getting the higher and higher and higher with things that people can get done to their face now as well. It like the standard is raising, so to keep up with that, like do you make the change or you stay natural? But then staying natural now, like actually how, I suppose the beauty compared the new beauty, I suppose, can you call it new beauty of all the stuff that people get done to their faces now, like compared to someone that's not getting it done, it creates a gap, doesn't it?
Well, it also creates this kind of addiction because when you start putting lip filler in or jaw filler, and you know me, I'm always like, I'm very conscious. I'm like, God, I've got a bit of a double chin, but I haven't gone through the filler route. And I think one of the reasons is I don't want to mess with my face and then not feel good enough without it.
Yeah.
I feel like I would get it done and I'd love my new jaw. And I'd be like, my new jaw looks amazing. I need to keep getting this done now. And then without it, I don't feel good enough. And then will that affect my confidence? What does that? What are the implications of that moving forward? What are the implications on my kids that if I have kids, see me doing that? What am I teaching them? That's where I worry. But at the same time, I would never say to someone else not to do it. So it is this thing of like making sure you're doing things that are right for you.
And not for anybody else. And you're not doing it for...
But how often do we look at our own faces?
I mean, a lot in the mirror.
Depends how much you look in the mirror. What I'm saying is, I look after my skin and I wear makeup, but do I really do that for me, or do I do that for the person who's looking at me? I don't wear makeup for me. I'm going to be honest here. I don't wear makeup for me. I wear makeup so that when you're looking at me, you think I look good.
Do you know, honestly, I do wear makeup sometimes for other people, but I also will do it for me as well.
So if you're in the house on your own, not seeing anyone, will you put makeup on?
Oh, that's a good point. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't see the point.
I actually do put mascara on, which is funny, but I think that's habit.
Yeah.
I think that's habit. If I'm, or if I'm if I'm going to a place where it's accepted not to wear makeup, like a spa, I won't put makeup on, obviously, because I don't want it going in my pores and stuff. If it's going to affect my, the gym. If it's going to, but sometimes I wear mascara in the gym, and I wear lipstick to the gym sometimes. Mostly my nipple cream, because I'm addicted to nipple cream on my lips.
It's very good, that nipple cream.
But that's more of an addiction, that's clear. If anything, it creates like white stuff around my lips. It's not attractive. But that's the thing. You're not putting makeup on in the house on your own. So then who are you doing it for?
I'm having a moment here because I didn't realise I did that. I did not think, when I am in the house, I do not put makeup on. So you are right, when I go out, and I don't always put it on now when I go out, but when I do, like, well, who am I doing that for? Yes, that will be me. Or maybe the pictures. If I'm going out and I'm thinking, oh, there'll be pictures, I want to look fresh in those pictures. So then I'm actually doing it for the pictures and the future memories of me to look back and be like, look how fresh I looked. So yeah, you're right. Who am I doing it for? I think, when I'm going out and I'm just going out and about to meet people, and maybe I'm not taking that picture, I'm doing it for maybe what other people are looking at me and thinking, oh, she looks fresh.
And the pressure right now, especially when it comes to dating, so making sure that you look desirable, because we're in this culture, swipe right, swipe left, whatever you swipe, I can't remember anymore, but like, I know that I felt very disposable in that culture when I was single, and there did feel like a pressure. If I'm not wearing the makeup, if I'm not doing the things that everybody else is doing, I'm not going to get seen.
You're not keeping up.
Yeah. I'm not going to be wanted. So then is it coming from a place of desire, or a desire to be in a relationship, or to be looked at, or to be desired by someone else, Do you know
what's interesting as well? It just came up for me there. Like when you, for the first time, when you take your makeup off fully for the first time in front of your person, in front of the person you're dating?
I slowly did it. not with Tom, because we were pals, but I think in the past, I mean, not with my skin. No, I didn't actually. No, the last few relationships, I've not been so bothered. But I know that when I was, like what I said, when I was younger, I would be waking up in the morning, making sure that I've got my bits and bobs on, and then slowly and slowly, the big reveal. And then at that point, they love me. So it's too late. So let me now.
I used to do that. So it would be, I just kind of keep like I'll take the stuff off around my face, but keep the mascara bits on so I look nice and fresh for, you know, if I was for the person that I'm kind of getting to know. And then, but now at this age, literally, I'm like, I'm going in that bathroom and everything's getting washed off. And you will see me, hiya, this is what I'll look like. If you're not happy, then goodbye. But at that point,
and that's the thing, isn't it? I remember being so poorly in bed. This was like maybe 3 years ago. I was so ill, and I had my hair scraped back. I was sweating, no makeup on. I had a towel on my head, and Tom's coming in, and I'm like, I look like such shite. Like, I look awful, but I don't care. Like, I'm so ill. But I think 15 years ago, I'd have probably put my mascara on, like whilst ill, bedbound, not able to get up or get out, and be putting mascara.
And some lipstick to be like, this is what I look like when I'm ill.
but I even thought about it with, you know, when I see people who have had their baby and they've got the baby pictures, most of them that I've seen of my friends, like, look absolutely glowing. They've just had a baby, they look gorgeous, and they're makeup free. And I remember thinking years ago, maybe I would put some makeup on for that picture.
Yeah, I've thought about that when if I was in that picture years, absolutely. You'd think, oh my goodness, should I put makeup on? Like years ago.
I don't think that when I'm looking at them.
No, absolutely no chance.
I mean, maybe they've got makeup on, but they look incredible, you know, and it's just such a beautiful moment. Like, you shouldn't even, well, I don't want to be even thinking about that. Not you shouldn't be, because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And what's interesting is the different opinions that men have, because Tom is all about natural beauty. He hates me wearing makeup. He says, don't wear too much makeup. I told him that I might get hair extensions for the wedding. He didn't want me to wear hair extensions for the wedding. He's all into natural beauty.
That would be interesting though, to have like listeners actually come in to be like, what do you
Cal?
Yeah, Cal, what do you think about makeup, and, you know, how much makeup should women be wearing, or how much do you like when it comes to your partner?
Side swipe. I know that Jules likes to wear makeup. She will go to the gym with a full face of makeup.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. That's a really weird question to ask a man. I mean,
but I like that you can't answer it, because that shows that he's saying it's not his place. It's not my place. My partner can do what she wants. She wants to wear a full face of makeup at the gym. Amazing. She doesn't. Great.
But you know what came up in my mind when you've been talking about this? I've got a 17-year-old daughter who contours like very well, but you know, it's all very Kardashian-esque, if that's the word. And
I really wish I could do that.
Yeah. I think you nailed it. I've no place to say any of this. I mean, it's kind of like, do you like the way you look? If you do, great. If you don't, okay, that's sad.
Okay, that's sad. I think, do you know what? I think the fresh look looks lovely. I love it. Do you know when people just you got your moisturiser, you know, you're just feeling, you're glowing, you just woke up and...
I remember being a bit younger and my skin started to break out and stuff, and that's where it came up for me. It was 14, 15, few little spots here and there, nothing major. Let's cover it up.
I actually had really bad acne and I couldn't cover mine up at all. Like, so I had like all over my forehead and it was awful, and I was trying to treat it and with this lotion, and oh my goodness, it got like scaly. It was terrible. But I never actually put makeup on it, and I think that's where my thing of putting foundation on, I've never been a foundation person because I was scared to put it on my skin because I knew it would flare up more.
Well,
so it's
done
interesting
for that, though. That's wise at a young age.
But
I did not know that, and I did try and cover it up.
Oh, see, I think it's just because it was a mess, and I just thought I just don't want to put anything else on it. I think it was my mum that probably told me. It would have been my mum that would have been like, don't put makeup on that because it's gonna make it worse. It can. I mean,
does your mum wear a lot of makeup though? Because my mum doesn't. So potentially, I never really learned to wear a lot of makeup from my mum because she just put some lipstick on. So I'm quite big on my lips. I always like a little bit of a lipstick. probably got that from my mum.
So my mum does. She keeps it all quite natural. But when she puts it on, it's not that much makeup at all. It's what I do. It's exactly what I put on my face. But
So there's an
I think
influence.
now though on YouTube, so my nieces, they can look at YouTube channels. They are amazing. Honestly, my niece is amazing at putting makeup on. And because you
she
you
did your
watch
nails.
YouTube channels, she did do my nails. She's very good. But she sees it all on YouTube and she watches it and that she can do it. So, but we never really had that. You know, when we were at that age to see, okay, well, how do you actually put makeup on? I remember doing my my eyeshadow, and it was awful. Honestly, I looked like I had a black eye. I'm not even joking. I looked like someone had punched me. So I didn't have the resources to see, okay, well, how do I actually do good makeup until you know when obviously YouTube and all this stuff.
You'd do it on your sisters though, wouldn't you? That's what I would do it on. And them dolls. Do you remember them
Oh my
dolls that you'd
goodness,
like
yeah.
practice on? And then the eyeshadows were like bright pink.
blue.
My little niece, when she was a baby, she wanted to do my makeup, and you should have seen the state of my face. She's so cute though. But yeah, we didn't have it back then. But I'd be interested to know our viewers' thoughts.
Yeah, and how do you and about makeup and also about like men out there, like what do they think about it as well? And is it important to you?
Yeah, what does makeup mean to you? Do your parents say you wear too much? How do you feel about it? And men, how do you feel about women wearing makeup? And actually men wearing makeup, because men are starting to wear makeup as well now. Do you wear makeup when you're a man? How do you feel about it? Do you think it affects your confidence? Let us know. Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our channel so that we can make more of these episodes just for you. Bye.